Alright, so this video is going to be for University of Maryland University College's CST 630 class. I noticed that the previous three classes have given a lot of background on reports and Windows and how to use some tools, and then very suddenly in this class we've been introduced to some pretty heavy Linux tools. So this is designed specifically for people attending that class. However, it could be used for anyone who wants to get familiar with the Linux command line and how to get around Linux. So the first thing that I want to make clear is that there are many Linux distributions. And so if you follow this path right here, you can see backtrack, and right here is where Kali Linux lies. And so Kali Linux is a distribution of Linux that is based on Debian, which is all the way down here at the trunk of this tree. And Debian is one of the first Linux distributions and actually sparked one of the most popular Linux distributions, if I can find it on this huge map, of Ubuntu. But as you can see, there are many different kinds of Linux distributions that have all branched out and treed out over time. And then several that don't hold their roots to those. But with all of these different distributions of Linux, there are some similarities. One of the other important things that it's hard to understand sometimes when moving from Windows to Linux is that even if you are using the same Linux distribution, you can be using different desktop environments. And so desktop environments are really the look and feel of your Linux computer. And it's going to be how your icons behave, how your Windows opens and closes, maybe what file manager you're using, maybe what set of tools you might use for editing text and viewing the file system and navigating through your directories. And so some of the popular ones include Cinnamon, Unity, Genome, KDE, XFCE, LXDE, and my favorite is a version called Mate. Now, Kali Linux by default ships with a Genome desktop environment, and in CST 630, Kali Linux is using a KDE environment. I am using, this is Genome, but the desktop environment for this class and for this video are not going to be very important because I'm going to go from this graphical user interface that's called Genome, and I'm going to go straight over here to Terminal, and I'm going to spend pretty much the rest of the time in Terminal because in Linux you can accomplish almost anything that you want to do from the terminal.